On this ship boat I will have to survive for 24 hours. Apart from not drowning, I will have to catch a fish, make a fire and find somewhere to sleep. Trust me, that's gonna be the hardest day of my life. On the way to start I was caught in heavy rain, and I don't want that happening on the river. But I didn't drive 100 kilometers for nothing, so I had to start. That thing cost me only $50, which makes it the cheapest boat on the market. And I haven't opened it yet, so I have no idea if it works. Boat looks fine, but I thought it would be bigger. But you know, size doesn't matter. And in such delicate matter, it's important to think about safety. This vest is a bit too small, feels like a crop top. Let's throw all the junk in the water and it's adventure time. You can hear that I'm nervous, after all it's my first time. I have never been on a boat before, especially on a such big river. I tried to relax and started rowing. As you can see, it's not going well. ChatGPT said to row one side at a time. It sounds strange, but it works. At least when I use both hands, boat always goes sideways. Looks like one hand is stronger. And here I reached my first obstacle. Guy told me to be careful because it's shallow there and the boat could get punctured. I easily made it through without problems. I thought it would be scarier. Overall, it's really nice here, lots of birds, fish jumps off the water, and the best thing, it's quiet. But I still was worried. I kept thinking I'm alone here and far away from people. Out of curiosity, I tried to go back.
Бляха, назад воно взагалі не гребе.
Current is too strong, so the only way is forward. Luckily, the clouds are gone, so no more rain. But a new problem appeared. It became so hot I had to cover myself with whatever I had. And here I reached some strange pipe. Something strange is going on, I need to get out of here. Luckily I found the shore with people and decided to park. Having a company made me less scared. I figured there are villages along the rivers, so eventually I will get somewhere. This place is great, finally cool down after hot sun. The only problem, water smells like fish. I ate one snack bar, had sunscreen and it's time to move on. I should have left that box in the car, the boat is already small and it takes up precious space. I even memorized all the text on it because it's always inside. Now I get why people buy kayaks. But even looking backwards there is always something to watch. Then it got more exciting. The river grew wider and even some waves appeared. Then the river split in two parts, and one had strong current with lots of sharp rocks. I had to row fast before it dragged me in. I tied boat with the rope and decided to rest a bit. The shade feels amazing after hours under hot sun. It's hard to see, but I started turning into a lobster. People on kayaks overtook me, so it's time to go. I checked the map and there will be no villages ahead, so I'll have to row for a long time. While I'm doing that, let me tell you a bit about this place. This is Dniester River, which is the biggest river in Ukraine. But that's kind of strange, because it has lots of shallow spots, so you have to walk through them. Anyway, this place has a vibe. No one is around and it's quite like in a funeral. Only birds fly here and there. After a city where everything moves so crazy fast, it's nice to finally slow down and just go with the flow of water. But this piece was broken by my first rapids. As I understood, they appear when river goes narrow. You can even see how bottom is close to boat. I even had to stand a bit.
Повний пред.
Oh yeah, here is strange thing. I went through rapids and nothing bad happened. But I still decided to take a break on island. I forgot to bring bait, so now it's the perfect time to look for some. I found nothing, so fishing is cancelled. At least I ate suspicious looking snack bar. As soon as I moved away from the shore, I hit rapids again. But I'm professional, so I pass them without sweat. And here I found my competitors. I need to set up camp too because it's getting dark. I landed on the first island I found and started looking for a place to sleep. On the way I tore my flip-flop. I didn't know, but it started a chain of bad luck. But anyway, I liked the spot, so I decided to try fishing. I had to put on the hook whatever I could find.
Sorry, bro.
After a while I realized I won't catch anything here. Luckily I had some potatoes in bag, so let's make some fire. But it's easier said than done, everything was so wet from humidity I couldn't light the fire. That made me so angry I decided to find a way to get out of here. For your understanding, I'm 20 kilometers away from my car. I called my friend to see if there is a way to escape.
Bro, if there is no bus, then continue the filming.
He didn't help much, so I crossed to the other shore near the village. At least I can try to catch a ride there.
Говном, бля.
Oh yeah, that's because there are lots of cows. And crab is not just in water, it's all over the field. But it didn't bother me, I just wanted to sleep. And here I tore my second flip-flop. I'll have to sleep under the stars since I only have a sleeping bag. Just in case I packed my stuff in bags even though it shouldn't rain. Well, good night. The first 2 hours were fine. You just smell fresh air and listen to crickets. But then it started raining. Luckily I had raincoats so that covered me from rain.
Курва, якась хуйня.
Then thunder appeared, so I moved away from the water to be safe. As you can imagine, sleeping like that was impossible. Everything becomes so wet I had to spend next 4 hours sitting in the boat, cold and wet. That night felt endless, but finally morning appeared. It couldn't get any worse, so I started packing the boat. It should have dried, but I didn't care. To avoid going barefoot, I taped flip-flops to my foot. With all that stuff, I made it to the village bus stop. It was Sunday morning and it felt like nobody lives here. Looks like zombie movie. I walked around the houses and found some driver. The guy turned out to be a real racist, drove like in a Fast and Furious movie. And finally, I got to my car. I never thought I would be so happy to see it. I have no idea how I drove 150 kilometers home. Only coffee and rock music kept me awake. So, I didn't catch any fish, didn't make a fire, didn't eat and didn't sleep at all. And instead of 24 hours, I lasted only 17. But even so, I managed to cover 15 kilometers. And most importantly, I learned that you don't need to overthink things. Just do it. When you sit in the city, you get soaked, and even a simple trip like this becomes a big challenge.